All right. Doing one more draft today. This is seriously the last one for today. So this is a $50 snake draft. Let me share my screen. I'll show you the pick I've got because it's just about to start. All right. Yeah, so I have the second pick, which probably means that I'll get Saquon Barkley, assuming that someone doesn't do something crazy and take him over McCaffrey. But nope, they did not. Nothing crazy. All right, that's okay. That's okay. I'm satisfied with Saquon Barkley. I don't know how many leagues I'll have him in because you're pretty much going to have to get the second pick in order to get him. Maybe if there's a league you're in where you've got the third pick, somebody might take Zeke over him or something. But if you're in a snake draft, you pretty much have to have the second pick. And then auction, it's just hard for me to pay up. It's just hard for me to pay like $72 out of a $200 budget for one player. So it'll probably just be me. I don't think Judah or AJ will be jumping on. So, but if you are interested in watching someone else draft, then here you go. Roy's team's taking his time here. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. So it's interesting. Yeah, Alvin Kamara went fourth. Okay, maybe I've seen him go that high in another draft or a mock draft or something, but that's definitely a little different. Josh Jacobs, 8th. I got him in my auction draft for $44, I guess, earlier this morning. So I felt like I didn't really have a first round pick. Jacobs was the highest player that I paid for. But I mean, some people are taking him at the end of the first round. So I don't know. So my next pick, I'd love for Kenyon Drake to be there. I don't think there's hardly any chance that he is. So I'll probably end up picking between someone like Eckler or Miles Sanders. I've ended up the other snake draft that I did. I had the 4th pick. I think Eckler went right before me on that one. So, or no, I'm sorry, not Eckler, Drake. I took Eckler in my auction draft this morning for $32. So that was a pretty good deal. But, oh man, wow. All right. Sanders already went there. So I don't know. There may not be a great second running back option there for me. I was thinking I would take whoever was there, Drake, Sanders, maybe Eckler. I'm not sure if any of them are going to make it. I've ended up with Travis Kelce in both of my pay leagues already, a $100 league snake draft and a $20 auction draft. So I've got him twice. I don't know. I don't want to be taking Travis Kelce in every league, even though, I mean, it's Travis Kelce. Man, and there's Drake. And Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's fallen. Of course, I don't think he's going to last to 19. I would take him there if he's there, but if Julio's there, I might have to take him. But this may be one where I take Lamar here. Maybe not at this pick, but at the turn at 22 if he's there. if Aaron Jones is there, maybe this is a league where I take Aaron Jones because I don't think I'm otherwise going to be paying up for him in auction drafts. And in another scenario, I probably wouldn't draft him. Yeah, there goes Tyreek. Yeah, this is not what I was hoping for, because I was hoping to get another running back at the back end of the second round. There goes Eckler. And then not be that desperate for him. This is going to be kind of a weird spot here. All right. So, okay. I guess I'm going to go with Aaron Jones. This is kind of an interesting spot. All right. I don't really want a lot of Aaron Jones stock this year with Green Bay just drafting Dillon, I think it was, and then of course still having Jamal Williams. Like, that's like it could be a crowded backfield. He's going to have touchdown regression, but at the same time, I think they're going to be run heavy. I think he's going to get the most touches. So, plus the fact that, again, I mean, I'm probably not going to have a lot of stock in him. So, one share of him in a $50 league, I can do that. Do I want to go Galladay? I took Galladay in my other snake draft. Or Lamar's there. Lamar, and I don't know who. By the time it gets around to me in the fourth round again, they're going to kind of drop off probably. So I'm going to go Galladay. This is definitely going to be a different team for me with Saquon Barkley and Aaron Jones, who I won't probably have a lot of stock in either one of those. Yeah. LSU rocks took Lamar there. I thought about taking Lamar there. I mean, I really like him, but it's just hard to take a quarterback this early. Singletary, man, it's a little bit high from where he has been going. There goes CEH. Still going probably way too high. I mean, if he ends up getting the majority of the touches in Kansas City, if he like handily beats out Damian Williams, then, you know, he's going to be worth that draft spot. But it's kind of hard to gauge what he's actually going to get. All right. I don't think Mark Andrews will make it to me. If he did, I would take him probably at 39. A lot of good receivers. Basically, probably if any of those receivers are Andrews is there. That's high for Jonathan Taylor. He went cheap in my auction draft. He was just $12 in my auction draft. I mean, that's a great value there. The way running backs are going off the board, I don't know. I might need to consider one with at the top of the 5th round pick or something. Because by the time we get to the bottom of the 6th, it's going to be pretty slim pickings. Basically about, I don't know, maybe 8 players that I'm pretty comfortable with right there. And there's about 8 picks. So as long as we have someone, like pull in somebody else, a Thielen or an Amari, or there's Thielen, yeah. So there's Andrews. Dang it. Maybe I want it. Maybe Ertz. If Ertz is it's still kind of early for Ertz. I might go Higbee here. I mean, not at this pick, but later. Mike Evans finally goes off the board. Mortar man. He's going to take a running back. I imagine probably Gordon or Fournette will go before my pick. And then if I leave one of them there, he's going to take one of them. So you never know. He might grab Le'Veon or Mark Ingram or something. So maybe I can take one of those receivers if one of them are there, and then try to get a running back on the next turnaround. DJ Brown. I don't know that DJ Moore is going to last for me. There went Gordon. So I'll probably take Moore or Fournette, whichever one's there. I don't trust Amari Cooper. I don't know what Cooper Kupp's going to get. Cortland Sutton. The more interesting question may be then, who do I pick with the next pick? He's having trouble. That's all right. I'll take DJ Moore. Mike Tomlin talking about having a featured runner. It's just hard to trust Connor. It's hard to trust Connor's health because it's hard to trust Leonard Fournette's health too. And Connor's in a better offense. But man, just James Conner, just every play last year would get hurt. Every play. Oh, well, he went back-to-back running backs. So, well, there again, I think this is going to be just a sort of a weird league for me where I'm going to have stocking guys that I'm probably not going to have a ton of stock in overall because I will have 15 teams probably. So maybe I roll the dice on James Conner. Sure, why not? Gives me a third running back. I can get some depth. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So at the bottom of the sixth, if Dak's probably going to be gone. If Dak's there, I'll probably try to take a quarterback, Dak or Kyler Murray, if they're there. And then at the top of the seventh, depending on who's there, maybe Higbee. Because I don't think he'll last until the bottom of the eighth. He's just typically going seventh, eighth round. LSU, I don't know if I'm taking LSU's players or if he's just indecisive, but he sure is taking a long time to pick. Of course, I took a long time to pick too, so I probably can't say anything. Feeling okay about my team so far. 2 good receivers, stud running back, 2 runners who are kind of like a lot of running backs this year where we don't know what we're going to get from them. Deshaun going off in the mid-5th round. That's an interesting pick. There goes Kyler. There's Calvin Ridley. Ertz. These are some good picks by people. I'm not sure about 45 and 46 there. Akers and Watson, either one of them. Akers, I don't know if anybody has any reason to believe that he's going to be, getting a majority of carries in that offense with Henderson and Malcolm Brown. Maybe he's a second-round pick, so. Goes Montgomery. I feel like Montgomery, I don't know. I'm maybe a little bit higher on Montgomery than some other people are this year. Nobody seems too high on him. Even fantasy analysts are not high on him. I think he just, I don't know. I guess maybe just the Bears offense, or they think Nagy's going to be stubborn. But I think he could grow in year 2. Towards down the stretch, things got a little bit better with him. Cortland Sutton's another one that he's dropped. If he's there, I might have to take him. DK Metcalf's going above him. I guess people just trust. I don't know. Maybe people trust, Russell Wilson, I guess, better than Drew Lock. Of course, but. And then maybe adding Jerry Jeudy. People are a little bit skittish about that. But, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. I think Lockett is more likely to take more away from DK Metcalf than Jerry Jeudy is to take away from Cortland Sutton. So. So it'll be interesting if it gets to me and Sutton's there and Prescott's there. That'll be kind of a tough pick. Of course, they could both go. And then still David Johnson's there, so maybe I need to take David Johnson. Maybe I need to wait on quarterback. No, never mind. There he went. I probably would have had to take David Johnson if he was there. That's too much value to pass up. Well, he took Sutton. Well, that makes my decision for me, I think. Parker's there. If Parker's still there, that'll be tough to pass him up for Higbee. Darius Geis. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is a tough spot because I like Tyler Higbee so well. But several spots, maybe Higbee makes it. Maybe he makes it back around to me again. If not, I can roll the dice on somebody else, and he's no sure thing. There's Darren Waller. Yeah, watch there be a run on tight ends now. So far, I like my team. Got 3 good running backs, maybe 3 good wide receivers, I think. Good quarterback. That is really high for Gibson. That is. You could have probably gotten him in the 14th round instead of the 7th. Ten more picks. Nobody's in any hurry. This has been a weird draft. People are taking people in an odd order. Oh, guys, come on. See who all needs. He needs a tight end. Justin's got one. He's got one. 2, 3 teams need tight ends. 4 teams need tight ends. Well, let's see if the 2 guys ahead of me already have their tight ends. So if one of these next 3 guys doesn't take Higbee, then I should be good. Oh, he took Jared Cook. Now I'm afraid they will have a little mini run on him right here. Because it's pretty much just Hunter Henry, Higbee, Evan Ingram. Dang it. Watch this guy. Watch them all 3 take tight ends like jerks. Don't take Hunter. Don't take Tyler Higbee. Don't take him. Take some other position. Just gonna drag it out. I took Chark. All right. That's okay. And then the guy behind me, he has Kittle. So do I risk it and not take Higbee there and take AJ Green or somebody? I think I do. If he takes a second tight end in the 8th/9th round, might just have to live with that and mute my mic while I swear at him. Of course, the other thing too here is like, I don't know, is AJ Green? Okay, he took a kicker. Is AJ Green going to fare better than Tyler Boyd? I don't know. All right. Probably not going to have AJ Green in too many leagues. So, all right. Now don't make me look like an idiot by taking Tyler Higbee. You got George Kittle. You don't need Tyler Higbee. I'm surprised Dobbins actually hasn't gone. He's been going higher. All right. Got to wait till this spot to take Higbee. I'll take that. Sony Michelle. All right. It comes back around to me again. I'm going to take, I don't know. We'll see what running backs are there. I got to get some running back depth. This is a pretty good little draft, though. I like my team. So far, in 3 pay league drafts, I've been happy with the teams I've come out with. Well, the last one I wasn't really happy with my receivers, but then I made a trade with Judah Buddha and traded him Melvin Gordon for Mike Evans, which I think is a pretty good deal. So I came out of that draft with not really a first round pick. Josh Jacobs was my highest ranked and most expensive player. I paid $44 for him. But just like we saw in this draft, he went 8th, I think. And so some people kind of think of him as a late first round pick. But really what I came out of with that draft and what kind of makes auction drafts cool is that I ended up really with 3 second round players, Jacobs, Travis Kelce, and Austin Eckler, and then 2 third round players once that trade goes through, and Mike Evans and Todd Gurley. And so in a snake draft, you would never be able to construct your roster, that way and get all of those guys. So that's what makes auctions fun. I probably won't do that many snake drafts. Here's a bunch of running backs going off the board now. Howard, Dobbins, Lindsey. So it's not gonna leave a whole lot for me there. Tough thing with my guys too is who do I get to back them up? I guess Dion Lewis maybe is now the backup in New York. Although if Barkley went down, I'm not sure what percentage of touches Lewis would then get. It's hard to know exactly what Breida's role will be with the Dolphins, how he and Jordan Howard will be used. This would actually be a great draft to take Gibson late if he wasn't already gone, just as a flyer on a backup running back. Maybe I take James White if he's there. You never really know what New England's going to be doing running back wise. If Boyd's there, I'll take him. I'll have him and AJ Green both. And he's gone. Devonta Freeman is willing to skip the 2020 season if he doesn't get the contract he's looking for. Well, okay, but skip the season. That's probably going to be your. I don't think you're going to get a huge contract after staying off for a year. All right. Well, let's see. Who do I want here? Do I maybe want Breida or maybe James White? Let's see what Matthew Berry's got him ranked. Got James White at 82 and Breida at 87. I'll decide on the next pick if one of them's not already gone, and that doesn't decide it for me. And he took Breida. Actually, how many of these teams still need tight ends? Just one. We'll take Aiden Hurst there. I don't have good running back depth, but maybe if I get the handcuffs to these guys. I mean, I do have three. Running backs, and they don't have the same buys, so that's good. So I only have 4 more picks. I need a kicker. Need to add another quarterback. Stafford or Ben, probably, if one of them's there. Michael Pittman might actually, Judah drafted him in our auction league today. He could, I think, be he could maybe produce better, the best of any rookie receiver this season, because I think he's pretty NFL ready, and he's maybe going into the best scenario where he's got a veteran quarterback who likes to throw to tall receivers, and the Colts really have nobody else. They've got T.Y. Hilton's the number 1 wide receiver. They've got Paris Campbell, who was a 2nd-round pick last year. He's like 6 feet. He's not like a, X receiver like Pittman, that can, I think they're going to use him some outside, but he was, I think, more of a slot guy at Ohio State. Campbell was. So Pittman really has that role all to himself. So when he's NFL ready, he's in a good system with a good coach and a good quarterback, I think he could very easily end up producing the best. It's probably going to be maybe somebody more like him, or maybe a Justin Jefferson in Minnesota, than it is like, I think, maybe a Henry Ruggs, who was the first receiver taken by Oakland. But, he's not going to be a volume guy. He's maybe going to, he's probably going to produce some big games, but you're not going to be able to count on him week to week. CeeDee Lamb's in a tough situation behind Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. And then you've got Jerry Jeudy, who out of those top 3 receivers that went, I think he's in the best situation. But he's got a rookie quarterback too. So you don't know exactly how that's going to shake out. Yeah, Pittsburgh's an interesting situation. They drafted McFarland. Is he going to be the backup? I don't know. In Green Bay, if Aaron Jones goes down, is A.J. Dillon going to take on more of that role? Is it going to be a split between him and Jamal Williams? That's another thing that I just don't like about those players is there's not like, not only do you not know what their role is going to be, not only is Connor injury prone, but then there's not like one clear backup behind Jones or Connor. So, and yet I took them because of the value, and it's a $50 league. So I'm not going to complain too much. There goes Henderson. I think if White's there, we've got to take him at this point. Shane's team may take him. Or LSU. I bet LSU Rocks would take him because he's got Sony Michel. He's got Sony Michel, so it'd be a good idea to have both those guys if you could. Oh, he didn't take him. Interesting. All right. Well, I will then. And then I'll probably have my pick of Stafford or Roethlisberger. That's a tough one. I don't know who I want on that. Maybe Stafford. Stafford was having a really good year last year before he got hurt. Ben's another year older. Tough thing is just Ben is just so good at home, especially. And Ben no longer has Antonio Brown. So we don't know exactly what he's going to look like without Brown. I mean, I only have 2 picks left. I can only, even if I want to get handcuffs, I only have room for 1. I should probably make that James Conner's handcuff. But the thing is, like Benny Snell and McFarland, and then you've also got Jalen Samuels. So who gets the most touches? When Connor goes down, who gets the most touches? I don't know. The other thing is to maybe take Alexander Madison and then just wait. Just wait for Dalvin Cook to get hurt. There's a lot of interesting backups still. Tony Pollard, if something happened to Zeke, although Zeke's been really durable. Madison, you can't trust Dalvin Cook. Duke Johnson. I mean, if they get David Johnson in there and decide that the same thing that Arizona decided, then maybe Duke Johnson ends up being a good value. Maybe they end up giving him more of the workload than David. Boston Scott, Philadelphia likes to use multiple running backs. Here goes Baker. What's Baker going to do this season? Nobody knows. Jerry Jeudy hasn't been drafted. There's still good receivers out there. I mean, potentially good receivers. But I don't really need them. I mean, I've got 4 sort of studs. There goes Will Lutz. I was going to take him. Well, darn. I was going to take him. I don't know who then I want. I'll have to look at rankings. Yeah, the rankings seem to feel pretty good about Prater and Gold. Gold's getting on up there a little bit, though. His range is starting to suffer a little bit. All right. I'll take my kicker, I guess. I don't know. Do I want to take my kicker? Or do I want to take... Who else left? Anybody left that's interesting? Maybe in this league I don't take a kicker. Maybe I take... Devonta Freeman. Where's Naheem Hines? Judah's a Naheem Hines truther. All right. Here's my pick. Who do I want? Well, Prater's still there if I want him. Tevin Coleman. Yeah, I don't feel great about Tevin Coleman. Yeah, maybe I take Daniel Jones. Maybe I see about trying to trade Dak if anybody wants him. Because if I have Stafford and Daniel Jones, that might be all right. Maybe I should have taken Duke. Maybe I should have taken Duke Johnson. Because if David Johnson does suck or get injured or something, man, that's a huge opportunity for him until the Texans trade more high draft picks for another mediocre running back. Actually, probably if David Johnson got hurt, they'd probably sign somebody. They'd probably sign Devonta Freeman or make another trade with their 2030 first round draft pick. Oh, guys, it's the last round. It's the last round. Just pick. Prater may not get picked anyway, unless this guy takes him. Oh wait, no, that is it. That's all right. Well, I'm projected to have the most points, but that's skewed a little bit by taking 3 quarterbacks. Although, if you took away my 300 or so points for quarterback and subbed in a kicker with 165 or so, I'd still be up close to the top. Well, all right. We'll see what these rosters look like. I'll stop the screen share on this one. Close my draft and go into the league and see what everybody's rosters look like. Because I wasn't really paying that close of attention to who was getting good teams or what. All right, let's see here. I'll try to find who I think has the best team and then put them up here. This dude, I didn't even pay attention. This one guy who drafted Ben Roethlisberger towards the end of that final round there, that was his first quarterback, his only quarterback. So he drafted pretty well. He doesn't really have like standout A+ studs, but man, he's got a solid team overall. Because he's got Calvin Ridley and DK Metcalf. You can, expect them to do pretty well. Expect them to take a step forward. Ridley's 3rd season, Metcalf 2nd. He's got Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders there again, 2nd season. Andrews going into his 3rd, I think it is. And then he's got Jonathan Taylor, Deebo Samuel, Keyshawn Vaughn, J.K. Dobbins, Max Layton, guys. He drafts actually a lot like me. He drafts young guys that are going into, what could be breakout years. He looks very similar to me. He's actually I think he's the highest. He's ranked a little bit above me in this league. He's ranked he's got a 912 ranking and mine's 909. I've got a 573 winning percentage and he's got 575. He's probably playing like more private leagues though. So really I probably have a higher. Just kidding. So he's got a good team. Next guy, I'm not going to screen share all of these because I just have to go back and forth. I suppose I can actually. If I can find the right tab, that'll be the tricky part. Find the right tab without it crashing. Okay, here's this guy. Okay, so that's his team. He didn't draft. Yeah, he didn't draft a kicker or defense. He just went heavy with potential young breakout guys. I don't know about Jalen Reagor. I mean, I guess AJ Dillon, you can roster him if you think Aaron Jones might go down. But that's his team. Let's see if the next guy's is worth putting up. Yeah, I don't really like this guy's team that much. He took Julio, and then he took McLaurin. He had the first pick, so he got McCaffrey. Then he took Le'Veon Bell, took Leonard Fournette. Yeah, I don't. That's not my favorite team. Let's see. Next guy didn't get much running back depth. He got good receivers: Hopkins, Beckham, Juju. But then his running backs after Chubb are David Montgomery, Damian Williams, Philip Lindsay. Next guy. Yeah, he got pretty good depth. Looks like a pretty balanced league, I think. Most everyone seems to have done a pretty good job of not just ignoring any position. Most of the rosters look pretty balanced here. Oh, okay. This guy has an interesting team. I'll put this one up. Okay. So his number 2 running back is Antonio Gibson. I guess he's banking on him winning that starting job in Washington. But I mean, that guy's like a late round flyer at best. And his number 1 guy is CEH. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out very well for him. If it does, he's gonna look like a prophet. But I mean, he's got good receivers, but that's about it. So yeah, I do not like that team. All right, let's see. I've got a few more. Here's the guy that maybe I was taking all of his picks in front of him. Yeah, I don't really like this guy's roster either. He's got Lamar, but then he's got Amari Cooper and Cortland Sutton as his wide receivers. I'm a little shaky on both those. And then after Zeke, he's got Ingram, who's, how many touches is he going to get in Baltimore's backfield? And then Sony Michel. That's it for him. That's it for him at running back. He's got Kelsey. That's good. So he's got the best tight end and maybe the best quarterback. He's got Zeke, and he doesn't really have depth on his bench. He's got Brandon Cooks, Austin Hooper, John Brown, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson. He drafted 2 defenses, San Francisco and Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't like that team. Next guy's is just okay. He got good running back depth. He got Henry, Eckler, Cam Akers, Swift, Hunt, Kerryon Johnson, Darrell Henderson, Tevin Coleman, AJ Brown, and DJ Chark as receivers. They could take a step forward. Evan Ingram's his tight end. It's got potential. And then the last 2 guys, let's see. Yeah, these I mean, I can't say much. This last guy is the guy that drafted Kyler Murray. He's got Evans and Woods as receivers, Cook, Drake, Gurley, and he's got Jordan Howard as a fourth, as a backup. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty balanced league. So I'll take a look at my team and see if I can improve it anywhere. I would like a number 4 running back, because I've got. I'll screen share my team. All right. So I got Dak at quarterback, and then Galladay, Moore, Parker, and AJ Green. I feel really good about receivers. Having those 3 guys in front of him kind of lets me take a risk on AJ Green and, see if he booms, or if he gets hurt again, then, he's my 3rd or 4th receiver. And then, of course, Barkley, Aaron Jones. We don't know exactly how much his role is going to change. He's going to have some touchdown regression, but, he was the best running back still available there at the end of the 2nd round, and I'm probably not going to have much stock in him anywhere else. So I'm okay with that. Higbee, I liked being able to get Higbee at, where did I get him? I think I got him at the top of the 9th round. I'll have to go back and look at that. But I think I got him at the top of the 9th round. Let's see. Yeah. So that's good value, I think. And then Connor as my 3rd running back. That's shaky. As long as he and Barkley and Jones are healthy, but James Conner is going to probably get hurt at some point. So I might try to see if anybody's interested in Dak. Maybe I go with Stafford and Jones, or if not, then I drop one of them for somebody else. I've got to have a kicker at some point, so maybe I drop one of them for a kicker. So if I can get another running back, I'll see if somebody's needy for a wide receiver and might want to trade me sort of like a number 4 type running back in exchange for a receiver. Then that could work out well. But that's it. I've got an auction draft tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to stream that. So we will probably be back. We will be back Tuesday night with everybody, so we can talk about some of our drafts and whatever else we can come up with. So hopefully this helped some people. If there are any lunatics out there like me that are drafting a bunch of teams early, or at least a few teams early, then it gives you an opportunity to see what a pay league draft looks like, because the mock drafts are not, they give you some idea, but it's not exactly representative of what it is when you get into pay leagues. So hopefully this helps people out, and we will see you Tuesday night.